Hello. I have never went live before, so I figured, fuck it, it's a feature on here. Let me go ahead and try it. But I just felt like venting. The fuck is this? The fuck is this popping up? Jeez Louise. All right, so first the fucking vol. Get back at this fucking truck. Take my work badge off. Y'all don't need to be trying to mess a bitch. This school. So basically, what ain't come through yet? Mind you, I went to this school when I was 18. I'm legit 31. So they're trying to say that I'm still on satisfactory. I'm still on academic probation from like when I was fucking 18 and fucked up. So the man's asking, well, did you leave and get bad grades? I'm like, I left and got pregnant like half of them bitches there. You know what I'm saying? So you're gonna punish me? I mean, the child 12, damn. So I had to fill this form out and send it in. So mind you, I had actually went up to the motherfucking school. So when I went up there, I'm like, check this out. Like, I need to talk to somebody. I keep getting these emails saying they're gonna drop me. So he like, don't even worry about that. We ain't paid for nobody financial aid yet. So I'm like, all right, bet. You know what I'm saying? Next thing I know, I send in the little motherfucking form. I check my email. They talking about last day before we drop you, bitch. I'm like, well, wait a minute. The dude made it seem like to ignore these emails that I would be okay, but apparently not. So then I call the nigga back today. Now he want to sound all stupid because I'm like, well, you the one that told me not to worry about this. You know, basically they were just sending the emails, but you know, y'all hadn't paid anybody's aid yet. That y'all was, oh my god, what? Damn. Hello. Yes. What? You said what? You're gonna have to text me. Anyway, so he was like, well, you probably need to make a plan up at the school. I said, I was just at the school. Remember when I was at the school talking to you on the phone at the school? Like, I really cannot stand when motherfuckers don't do their when motherfuckers don't do their job right. Do y'all know how many motherfucking times I called this school? They tell me, well, we don't know why you didn't get financial aid, but you was the motherfuckers that give it. So I don't understand, like, who else should I turn to for this money? At this point, I'm gonna start popping this pussy on a nigga to pay for these classes. You know, that's the only other thing I can motherfucking do. So now I'm gonna have to go down there at 8 in the morning, probably give them every dollar out of my banking account because my classes are $4,000 right now. So I'm guessing a down payment. I don't know if this is like, you know, jail or bailing a nigga out. You need 10% upfront. I don't know. So we'll have to see. But on top of that, tomorrow I have to look at this house. I cannot wait to get away from this fucking slumlord. Like this guy, I wish it was a national registry of slumlords because I would put his motherfucking picture and his name on there. Like, how the fuck do y'all come into work on my plumbing because you know I couldn't flush my toilet for like 5 or 6 days because that's how cheap he was. He didn't even want to call motherfucking plumber. So how the fuck is it that I'm waiting on y'all to work on my plumbing? Y'all come in to work on the plumbing and now my stove don't work. How? I'm confused. So now I can flush my toilet and shower, but a bitch can't cook. So now I'm literally buying food every single motherfucking day, you know, for me and my daughter to eat. So then they leave, no motherfucking lie. They leave like the wall open. You can see pipes and shit coming down. Then they got a motherfucking it's then my stove is unplugged. Then my cabinet that had my food pantry, it fell. They literally left it crooked. I wish I could show y'all pictures. I took pictures. So it just laid on the floor, just broken all over the floor. So he gonna say, "Oh, you just clean that up." No, it got nails and shards and all kind of shit in there. That's not for me to clean up. Like y'all should have been handled that. So that shit sat on my floor 4 or 5 fucking days. So then I hear loud as shit today. So I answer my door. I'm like, why can't y'all call before you come to my house? Who just pops up to someone's house with tools? You know what I'm saying? Like, I may not be here. I may be at anything. You know what I'm saying? Why can't y'all call? Then y'all literally came, just cleared the shit off the motherfucking kitchen floor and left them all. We still gotta get you new stove. Cause you know they done. None of them graduated high school. That's how the one talk. No, we gotta get you new stove. Okay, when you gonna get me the stove? I said, do you know that I have to buy food every day, but y'all waiting on rent? That's amazing. That's how my Jewish ass landlord is able to go to Israel or Mecca or whatever the fuck he do every year. That's that big ass expensive trip with him and his wife. I said, y'all don't give a fuck. It's not your house. It's not your stove that don't motherfucking work. You don't care. It's not your toilet that wasn't flushing for 6 days. You don't give a fuck. Did anyone think how were we shitting? Where were we? What were we doing with the shit in the pit? No one thought of that kind of shit. You know, my kid has to stay in their house. They don't have no motherfucking school right now. Like, yo, like I'm on the edge right now. Then my landlord want me to make $100,000 to be able to afford this $900 something in rent. You know, like, give me a fucking break. I had to have a bitch do my stubs. I'm just stressed, yo. I'm stressed. I hope he don't trip off these. I think I got. I can't show you all the stubs. It's too much. It's only one person on here, but I can't. But yeah, the stubs. I mean, they look all right. But I showed them to my sister, and she said some of the numbers was off. So I had told the bitch, like, how the fuck are you gonna tell me you need $80 instead of 70 because you had to do more work? Bitch, you didn't need bitch, you didn't even do the basic work. Bitch, give me $80 back. This is how we gonna play that game. She gave me the money back. I'm gonna go on and give this nigga the stubs tomorrow because I'm gonna go see this house tomorrow. Y'all, this house is so nice. It's wood floors. It looked like all new appliances. Yo, I haven't moved in anywhere with all new shit, okay, in some years. So I'm excited. I'm going to see it tomorrow because he said it may not even be on the market if I wait till Saturday. So it sounds like he's trying to hurry up and get the house off his hands. But what I was trying to do was be able to give him, it's cool. It's cool because I can go ahead and do my school shit. I mean, I can't be dropped from my classes. If I'm dropped from my classes, I can't register again until I guess the winter time. So I can't afford to do that. So if I have to put every penny into my classes, that's okay because I get paid next week. And then I can go ahead and just give him the whole deposit. But I would have been able to give him a whole deposit this week in the first month's rent next week. But it's cool. I could still shake and bake it, but I'm just like I'm nervous. Like school means a lot to me. So it just pissed me off when the man was trying to act all, oh well, I mean, I'm just trying to tell you the best thing to do, Miss Rush Stewart. Okay, the best thing to do would have been to tell me that day, like, why don't you just go ahead and get a payment plan? Because I don't want to be affected, you to be affected if your class is dropped. Like now on top of that, the school for the kids done did started. Who knows how that's going to be. I didn't wake up in the morning. We woke up around 1 or 2, but I woke my daughter up and we just basically, I clicked on the same link that she had last year and it's just different teachers. So it's pretty simple. She only had like 3 assignments today. It wasn't nothing crazy. So we'll see how this goes for the rest of the year. I don't trust them going to school because of COVID, but at the same time, I mean, I just need to move. I need to go handle the school shit tomorrow, and I need to move so that I could get a peace of mind. Like even with that stove with the gas, it go like out. Okay, so out in Baltimore, like okay, I'm from San Diego, right? So in San Diego, it's everything is electric stove, electric this, electric that. When I moved here, that was the first time I had ever seen like a gas stove. Like you turn the stove on and fire shoots out that motherfucker. I ain't never seen that shit till I came to Baltimore. So they did fucked around in the stove when you plug it in. It goes like on a gas stove, it go tick, 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 and then boom, the fire come, and then the ticking stop. This just keep going tick, 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 tick. So the gas just keeps running through. Do you know this motherfucker gonna tell me today? Oh no, you can go ahead and cook on that stove. I said, you trying to really kill me and my daughter? How can I cook on the stove and it keeps emitting gas? He gonna say it's just a fuck did this nigga. What was the exact word? That's how I know these motherfuckers ain't past no 8th grade. What did he? Oh, he said it's just a distraction. Oh, the gas pumping through the line is a distraction. No, nigga, the house blowing up will be a distraction. We can't use the fucking stove. Go to the store, buy a fucking stove. It don't matter because ain't nobody getting no motherfucking rent. I said, y'all ain't gonna have to worry about me too much longer. One day I'm gonna text y'all, say the keys in the mailbox. I done did left. I done moved. And the crazy part is the house is only like a few blocks away from where I live right now. Like I need that energy that I get this house for real. Like it would be a dream come true because it's not fair. Even before I moved in this house, and I only been in this house since May. May. So since May, the first week I went in there, the hot water didn't work. This is how retarded these people are. So I'm like, why the hot water don't work? He like, I don't know, going down to the hot water heater. Why do I have to go to the hot water heater? I don't know how to work that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? So I go down there and it has some knobs. Literally, it says like, cold, hot, hotter, hottish or something. I turn the knob on, voila, the hot water works. But it's just like, y'all didn't think to do that shit maybe before I moved in. Then when I moved in the house, there was a big toilet, just a toilet, just sitting in my living room, just you know what a toilet looks like, just sitting in the middle of my living room. I said, why is there a toilet in here? Oh, we gotta go get that out. We gotta get the toilet out. Okay, so literally a few days later, when my house, the plumbing first stopped up and we couldn't flush the toilet, because this shit has happened more than once. So literally a week later, when the plumbing stopped up and all that shit happened, they like, oh, you need a new toilet. Why don't you just be honest and say you didn't finish putting in the new toilet? That's why it was sitting in the middle of my living room. You know what I'm saying? Why would a toilet for another house be sitting in the middle of my living room? It's just shit like that. Like it's just it should be a checkoff list you do before people move in, and they just don't do it. It's ridiculous. So I'm ready to move. I'm ready. I'm not even comfortable being in that house. I mean, the stove is unplugged, but you don't really know what they fucked up in there or what they did. So at this point, I'm just totally not even comfortable being in there. We got to get you a new cabinet and stove. When? You just keep telling me, oh yeah, we got to go get this. Like I'm telling my daughter, yeah, we got to get you a new pair of shoes. No, when? These are things like we should know, like Tuesday, bitch, we going to be here with a stove and a cabinet. Now, well, we got to get it. So next time we just randomly bang on your door, bitch, be ready and present and available. Like I'm tired of dealing with that. And I tell them all the time, I told them, you unprofessional, you motherfucker. Who you talking to? I'm talking to you. I always cuss you out every time you come in this motherfucker. I always cuss you out because you don't know how to do your motherfucking job. You don't know how to call. You like me cussing you out. You like the way I talk to you. If you didn't, you would do what the fuck you supposed to do. You would do your motherfucking job. Like I'm just tired of dealing with these delinquents, these delinquent dumbass adults. I'm telling y'all, it's just it's some shit. Different races are better at. Okay, at the end of the day, stop getting these niggas to work on my house. Where are the Mexicans? Where are the Mexicans down at the Lowe's, down at the Home Depot, waiting for you to pay them $5 an hour? That's who we need to be working on these pipes. That's who need to be working on this house, not these niggas that never even took an HVAC class. These ain't the ones that need to be working on my motherfucking house. Like that's what he don't understand. Like one, you could be getting Mexicans and pay them even lower than you paying these niggas. I mean, I don't think you should. I don't think it's right. But I'm just saying, hey, this is America, and that's what we do. I'm just saying, if you want some cheap labor, you go out and get you some Mexicans. That's what you need to motherfucking do. What are you getting these niggas for? What the Mexicans didn't work out for you? I mean, niggas couldn't have been your first selection as the Jewish landlord. I mean, maybe it was. I don't know. I wasn't there. But I just don't understand it. And this motherfucker got the nerve. Rent, you got the rent, you got the no, I don't have no motherfucker. How I got rent? Nigga, and I can't piss. And shit, I had to come to work and take a shower. You know how embarrassing that was to come to work and take a motherfucking shower, trying to act like, I was just running errands all day. It was just I just been out all day running errands and had time to go back home. Yeah, I'm freaking the fuck out, yo. Like, all right, y'all. It's cool. Tomorrow I'm gonna go up to the school. Ooh, and I got a new Nigger Chronicles coming out. In fact, wow. I have a new Nigger Chronicles coming out for you guys. I think it's already uploaded. Oh wait. Fuck. Did it? Hold on, y'all. Let me check. Um, yeah, I had to spoil y'all because I know it had been like a month since I uploaded one. So I uploaded another one because I had got a call from Ray's bitch ass, after his baby mama robbed him. I don't understand I don't understand what he be calling me for because your baby mama robbed you. What they got to do with me? He talking about you wouldn't believe what happened. I do believe that crackhead robbed you. I really do. You're the only one that doesn't believe she's actually on some kind of drugs. You think she robs niggas for sport. She's on fucking drugs, dummy. Oh, see it did it upload? I don't know why I'm saying 34 minutes though, because I think this video is only 28 minutes. But we about to see. But yeah, he called me. Talking about, I told her about us. I said, what us? We haven't been us in a few months, my friend. So I told her about us. Oh, okay. The time you should have told her about us when I was fucking you, sucking you off, when you were nutting in me, probably trying to impregnate my black ass. That was the time you should have told her about us. These niggas really not shit. Oh, I'm not doing too good right now. Well, call another bitch who ain't doing too good. I'm doing good. Shit, I'm doing good enough to not be fucking with you. Hate niggas like that. Niggas want to call you after they didn't spend all their money on that ugly bitch over there. You know what I'm saying? After they didn't did all this and got ran through the mud by a bitch that don't even appreciate. This ain't even it. Hold the fuck. Hold the presses. Hold on, y'all. I'm gonna have to redo it. I'm sorry. It's probably when I plug my phone in. I gotta re-upload it on there. Yeah, I'm not even gonna lie. That shit did piss me off because I really liked him. Hold on, see, this don't make no sense. I really liked him, but you know how these niggas do. We had a real good connection. He used to always talk about how he thought he was in love with me and all this kind of bullshit. But yet, I just feel like once it's like, all right, if you fucking with somebody, like I used to fuck with this dude, and we worked at the same job. We was making $12 an hour. Okay, the difference was, nigga, you live with your mama. You can make $12 an hour and be okay. You just giving her whatever she's asked you to give her a month. Where's my watch? Did my watch fall? Oh Lord, y'all know I lose shit all the motherfucking time. Oh, here it is. I like this little Stardust watch. So hold on, y'all. I'm putting it all on wrong. We had a real good connection, but that's why I don't date niggas with kids. I know it ain't wrong. I know it ain't wrong because I got a kid. But I just feel like me and my baby father so done. It's put a fork in it, eat it. But with this guy, his baby mother, it was just too much. Like this bitch would be calling. You know how it is. You know how it is when you dating a nigga, but you feel your senses tingling. Like he fucking with another bitch because he not really fucking with me. He not really calling me. He not really messing with me like that. That's how it was with him and this girl. Like the bitch, we would just lay down to watch a movie, and before I could even eat a piece of chicken, the bitch is calling like, "What you doing?" And he would be trying to get off the phone, like, yeah, but I'm about to just watch a movie. She'd be like, oh, well, if you ain't doing nothing, why you can't stay on the phone? She would do shit like that. And he would do shit like go in the bathtub and tell me be quiet. Why the fuck do I gotta be quiet and you putting your dick in me? You know what I'm saying? Like, why do I have to be quiet? If you aren't messing with this girl no more and you talking about she not gonna let me see my son, you don't see the little nigga anyway. So what's I'm not trying to be mean. But it's just like it's only so many excuses you could give somebody. And then basically one day then he just called me. It was literally no, my phone was off for 2 days, right? Everything was cool. And I could tell he was really starting to let her go and all this type of shit. And my phone was off for 2 days. I don't know what the bitch said in his ear them 2 motherfucking days, but she definitely got all up in his mind. Because next thing I know, he damn near broke up with me about 3-4 in the motherfucking morning. I don't know if he called me or I texted him something, but my phone was back on. And he was talking about, oh, I can't see you anymore because my son, and I can't let nobody and nothing get in the way of my son. My coochie ain't getting in the way of nobody's son. This coochie ain't stopping no nigga from seeing nobody's son. You's getting in the way of seeing your son. You know what I'm saying? I didn't do anything. Like, how am I getting in the way of something? So I was just like, oh, you letting this girl get in your mind. He gonna say the girl was somehow taking his son to Florida. The bitch be begging you for $20 every day. So please, sir, with what money is she? Who's in Florida? Why is she gonna take your son to Florida? With what money is she? You just said the bitch is selling her ass on Instagram, right? She's an Instagram whore. So does she got the Instagram whore money? I didn't see her have no 100,000 followers. I didn't see the bitch promote no flat tummy tea. She ain't got no promotions, no sponsorships. So stop. Like, stop acting like this girl about to whisk your little ass son off Fuck out of here. I can't stand shit like that. Like, that's why, whatever your rules are when it comes to relationships, stick to your motherfucking rules. Okay, if your rules is I don't date niggas over 5'8", because when I do they whip my ass, don't you date that nigga that's 5'9". I'm just saying, whatever your rules are, then you need to keep to your motherfucking rules. And that's what I do. I have two main rules. I don't date men more than what's the number? More than 5 years older than me. So I'm 31. If you younger than me, we can fuck. Okay. But if you more than them 5 years older than me, we cannot have anything real serious. Now, it is times I've made exceptions. I'll tell you a little bit about this guy. I'm not gonna tell you too much because I do want to save him for a Nigga Chronicle episode. But it was this one guy, I was like 24, 25. He was 39. Yeah, because I've known him almost 4 or 5 years. So he was 39. Good looking guy, nice body. You know what I'm saying? He's the type of an older man bitches will flock to, especially because he looked young. He had a young personality. He always like hanging out with younger people. Everyone in the neighborhood. He was like in the county, right? So all the kids knew him. And the only reason I had fucked with him was because my homegirl, I was living with her in the county at the time. I was in between homes, and her daughter knew him. I think her daughter would play basketball with him or something sometime, her and her friends, because she was like a tomboy. And so she was like, oh, yeah, he's cool. We all call him Uncle so-and-so. I'm like, oh, okay, that's that. So as I was getting to know him, now listen, I'll try anything once. I like to have fun. I like to experiment. But this guy, like, he was the type of guy, like, he's extreme, and what he likes. And he started just getting me comfortable with doing a whole lot of shit that I didn't normally do. How sending the videos. I didn't used to do shit, sending videos of my titties or whatever he wanted me to send videos of. And it started off as little shit, but then it just grew. Like, I mean, he started asking me to do some crazy. I think the craziest thing he asked me to do was shit on the floor, shit on. Woo! I need to write a book. Was shit on a towel. So basically, he wanted me to place the towel, and like that. He wanted me to do that. So I was like, what? Like, how does that make you horny? Do you imagine smelling the steam of the shit? Like, what? And I think he wanted me to eat it, or I mean, it was something insane, or something nobody had ever asked me to do. This was a black man. This wasn't a white boy. The white people be like weird shit like that. And so I'm like, ooh, that's a little too much. And then just like the porn he had watched, like he had some kind of sexual deviancy issues, like something happened to him. And he did go to jail when he was younger for like 8 years. So I don't know what it was, but something happened to him and it made him overly sexual. Cause I never had a nigga tell me I wasn't fucking him enough. You know what I'm saying? I was still in my 20s. So I'm like, okay, like he would come over my house, right? So, dude come over your house. And then it's like, we kicking it for like 30 minutes or so. And then next thing you know, it's like, take your clothes off. It's time to fuck. Like, ain't no more talking. Ain't no more kicking. Turn this TV off. And that's just like, I remember I would try to keep the conversation going. I'm like 24, 25. And he's almost 40. People don't understand. You're in two totally different fucking phases in your life. I'm not going to be in the same phase when I turn 39 as when I was 20 fucking 5. I'm just not. Your mindset is different. It's different. The maturity is different. And I think he preyed off like younger bitches. I think because all of his girlfriends, of course, once the years went by and I got to know him more, all of his girlfriends were like young. In fact, his ex-girlfriend, I think, was younger than me. So at that time I was 25. I think she was like 20, 23. I think she was younger than me. Because a woman his age, a 40-year-old woman, just wasn't going to deal with what the fuck he was offering to give. So at that point, that's where the strain in the relationship came. I mean, other than that, other than the sex, it was awesome. He was a great guy. Like, he's the type of guy, if I'd be like, can you bring me a juice? He'll bring me groceries. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, bet you need something from the grocery store. Let me bring you groceries. But when it came to that bedroom, whew, I think the craziest thing he did one time, we was in the car. He wanted me to like give him head, in the car. So I was, but I came up for air and I was like, where are we? You know what I'm saying? Like, hold on, where are we going? Because it was dark. And I'm familiar with the city, but not really with the county. So I'm like, where are we at? And he like, we in no, he just it was like we was on a back roads. And it's like 1 in the morning and the county is dark. It'd be all these trees and shit. And so we like on a back road. And I remember across from us was y'all know those I don't know if they're still open, but it's called Lumber 84. I don't know what they sell there, what it is, but every time I see it, they look closed. So it was like a Lumber 84 across the street. So that was the only kind of like light we had emitting in. So me and him was doing it or whatever. And it was something he wanted me to do. I don't remember at that time what it was, but there was something he wanted me to do, and I was telling him no. And we started arguing about it. Mind you, we're half naked in the car on the side of the road in the dark in a wooded area. And I've known him like I don't even know if I had known him a month. I know I had been seeing him like almost every day or something since I met him. And this is before I like moved to my apartment. When I moved to my apartment, that's when shit really got bad. So this is before I moved to my apartment and we were just being wild, just fucking anywhere. And so I was like, no. So he was like, get out my car. And I'm like, I'm not getting out your motherfucking car. Like, nigga, just take me home. You tripping. He's like, get out. Like, he started making a big deal about it, yelling and screaming, saying he's going to call the police. Like, you're going to call the police and tell them what, that I wouldn't do whatever you wanted me to do. So you kicking me out half naked. So I remember like he got me out that motherfucking car. And I had like some leggings on and I had like one leg, one legging up and one legging down. And I remember I was like, let me see how far I am from the house because he left. I didn't know what to do if he was coming back. I was like over a mile from the house. I was like, I'm not about to, my daughter was at the house. So I was like, yo, I'm not about to walk back to their house. So I call him, I'm calling him. I'm like, yo, you need to come get me. Do you know this fool comes in the car and his dick is out? I'm like, I'm not sure what that's out for because we're done with that for the night. You know what I'm saying? Like, you legit was about to, anything could have happened to me. What if someone came and snatched me? Anything. Like, it just goes to show his mindset was definitely a little off. And that's not like the first kind of weird. I mean, that was probably the most extreme thing he did at that point. But then it just once I moved into my apartment, and then of course now he's coming, and we have my own little place, to do that and chill. That's when it got just too aggressive. It got like it was basically rape. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like I had experienced with anyone else. It went way past rough. It was like I didn't like it. I don't like it, and you don't give a fuck. As long as you finish, that's all you care about. But yeah, that was like a weird relationship to kind of. That was a weird relationship to kind of be in. And I still talk to him to this day, on and off. I still talk to him because we messed around on and off for some years. Like I ended up breaking up with him because he was cheating on me all the time. But I remember one time, basically, I had went through his phone. And it was like some really weird videos with some girl, and she looked young, and somebody else was in the room holding the phone, and I didn't like the vibe of it. She seemed like she didn't want to do it, and I was just like, "What is this?" Like who is this girl? He liked to do them homemade video type of things, but I never seen one with like a participant that didn't look like she was enjoying it, or that she okay, cool, yes, it loaded, or looked like she didn't want to do it. That was the part that was kind of making me like, this has just gone too far. You know what I'm saying? And if you film this, what are you really doing that I don't know about? Sometimes you don't know who you with. You don't know the person that's laying in your bed. You think you do, and you may have known them for a long time, but I mean, people got secrets, people got fantasies, you know what I'm saying? So that it just made me too uncomfortable, like seeing that shit. And the girl, just her hair wasn't done. You know, it looked like she was homeless. Like, did y'all just pull a homeless bitch off the street and offer her some money? And it was just, I'm not even gonna say everything I saw in the video, but it was enough to make me uncomfortable and leave because I was at his house that night when I had went through his phone. I hadn't went through his phone in a long time because we weren't together. So it was like whatever. But at that time, me and him started kind of reconnecting again, and he was helping me out big time with money and all type of shit because I had lost my job. That's why I would keep fucking with him, because on and off, you know what I'm saying? When I needed him, like he's the type, like if you be like he's helped me out of evictions, like anything. If you be like, I need you for this, if he can't do it, he's gonna find someone else to do it. But it was like at what cost, you know? So and he was just too secretive. And then his mom, I'm telling you, next thing I did, his mom gonna have to be dead or something, because his mom, she's like super fucking religious, right? So when I first met his mom, boy, first of all, he was basically living with me, right? His mom was like in a shelter in another state, right? And he has other siblings, right? So the mom was, I guess, coming up to, live with one of them, okay, one of her kids. So there's like this big cookout that he would throw every year for the community and all that type of stuff. So that's where I was meeting the mom for the first time. Also, I didn't know that's where I'd be meeting the ex-girlfriend for the first time, because he didn't tell me, just like a douchebag. Like, you got this cookout, and I know the cookout's for everyone, but you can at least give me a heads up, like, hey, the bitch I dated before you is going to be here. You know what I'm saying? And I remember I had made kind of a stink about her one time because he asked me to go to his car to get something. And, you take like the little pictures of Chuck E. Cheese or whatever, like, that was like in his visor, and it had fell out. And I'm like, I don't have any pictures of my exes in my car or in my apartment that I'm just hanging the fuck on to. He's like, oh, don't worry about it. Okay, well, if y'all so estranged, why is the bitch here? Okay, it was clearly uncomfortable, and I didn't even know it was her till he literally introduced me to her. And she knew it was me, because you could see she was as uncomfortable as me, and she didn't know he had a bitch, or she didn't know I'd be there. I don't know. But she knew about me but didn't know her, or something, right? So that was like uncomfortable. So then when his mama came, then the bitch really wanted to show out, because the bitch ain't had nothing on me. This head was good. Her motherfucking mom came. His mom came, right? Now his mom was like on a cane, and it was like a little hill. So she was like walking up the hill. So, and someone else was like, helping her up the hill. So I was helping prepare the chicken. Like, I'm acting like, I don't know if y'all have been to a cookout. It's different attending a cookout and helping with a cookout. When you help with a cookout, you don't enjoy shit because you're too busy ripping and running around doing shit. So I was making these chicken skewers, which is the biggest hit at the cookout he got every year. That was the first year I attended though, right? Hold on, that was my daughter texting me. Anyway, so this what the bitch gonna do. Watch. She see the mother coming, she doing all this. Oh, do you need some help? She's like running to her like the bitches on the Baywatch. Do you need some help? So then she's like helping the mother up the cane, and then it just steals my whole moment to even be like, oh, hello, hi, I'm your son's girlfriend. I'm the one who's been taking him in. She stole the whole moment, and you know how bitches are. Bitches are, see, men are dumb. Men just do shit. Just boom, bam, boom, I'm gonna cheat, I'm this. Bitches are calculated. Bitches be like, I'm going to go cheat with Davon at the hotel. If he called, you gonna say I was with you. You booking the hotel too, right? So you gonna say I was with you, and I already printed the fake hotel receipt. Bitches know how to do something. Men not so much. So she runs up to the mother, and they're just acting like the best of friends. The mom loves her so much. But this isn't who your son is dating. This isn't who your son is living with. This isn't who was helping your son out when you couldn't even help him out because you were in a fucking shelter yourself. You know what I'm saying? So you would think she would be a little bit more grateful. I mean, at least say hello, acknowledge me, try to get to know me. You know what I'm saying? So it just the whole thing felt uncomfortable. And then so the chicken skewers, right? Like I said, they were hit. You know, the chicken, the teriyaki chicken on the stick, right? So everybody fucking him up. So I give, his mama plate and the bitch, the girlfriend, and the mother gonna say, "This look a little undercooked for my taste." Fuck you mean to look undercooked for your taste? Well, how was they cooking at that shelter? You go on and tell me, was they making your shit medium rare shelter? How are they doing it there? Let me know, and I'll cook it like that. Like it's just because I cooked it, and you don't like me for whatever reason, and you probably don't like me because you saw that your son really fucked with me, and maybe that scared the shit out of her because her other kids, they don't do that foofy boofy bullshit that he do with her. That's why he live with her. And them other kids ain't fucking with her like that. You know what I'm saying? Like she do all that shit. He was at my house. She gonna say, "You at that girl's house in the city?" I went over him one day. I said, "Let me tell you something. I ain't somebody's motherfucking mama. Your mama not gonna keep calling up here like I'm some 16-year-old underage girl you fucking in her basement while her parents upstairs sleep. I'm a grown ass woman with my own motherfucking house and my own motherfucking bills. I can have anybody over this motherfucker what I want. When my mom calls me, I tell her it's a nigga over here. What's she gonna do? Say you gotta get out? I'm 31. You know what I'm saying? Those days are over. So like the mother just never liked me. I have no idea why she didn't like me. I've never given her a reason not to. Then she was just doing all this bullshit at the cookout. Like, of course, this nigga cook out, so the food wasn't ready till 3 hours later. So it's like a platter of like cookies, right? So let's say just a platter of cookies. So the kids going back and forth, get me cookies, get 3, 4 cookies, dropping half the cookies. It's a cookout. Who cares? Here she go. Them kids keep going over there getting them cookies. Somebody need to monitor that cookie tray. Girl, nobody needs to monitor the cookie tray. Relax. It's a cookout. It's okay if we run out of fucking cookies. They'll get the next treat on the table. It's not their kids. Let them have fun. Let them play. Let them drop cookie crumbs in the grass. It's okay. You know what I'm saying? Next thing I know, the bitch then took the cookie tray and sat it on the lap. Bitch, are you serious right now? So now the kids got to go up to you and ask permission to get the fucking cookie, and I'm guessing you only giving out half of a cookie at a time. Like you doing too much. You know what I'm saying? And then she's on all like that whole time. Him and the girlfriend just whispering and laughing, and it made me uncomfortable because I'm literally right there in front of them, and you're not taking any time to get to know me, my daughter, nothing. So when he asked me why I thought his mother, I said she was fucking rude. The fuck. She was rude. Your ex bitch was rude. The bitches was rude. You know what I'm saying? All they did was whisper and laugh and joke behind me the whole time, make comments about shit. I was like, and I'm respectful. I'm not finna pop off at your mother, but nigga, I will let you know she was mad ass rude. You know what I'm saying? And that's why you ain't got no bitch. And you ain't never gonna have no decent bitch because of that bitch right there. Ain't no decent woman gonna deal with a mother like that who ain't got no man. So you want your son to be your man. That is disgusting. And I see it a lot with these black mothers. Let your son go. Let him go off and have a family. Let him go off and fuck a bitch and like her and get to know her and try to create something with her. One day, bitch, you gonna die. Then what are you gonna do? You know what I'm saying? And so it's just the same thing with him. Like, that's why when he would come on my house, he wanted to stay on my house 2, 3, 4 days because he didn't want to go back to her, especially when he had to start really like taking care of her or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, she really started, I guess, declining, like to the point where she couldn't walk and he would have to get like a nurse in there for a day or two, a week or whatever. And so the mom would be like she'll call him, right? Because it was Mother's Day. So she came to my house and he came on my house and like the next day was Mother's Day. So she called, she like, "Oh, are you at that girl house in the city?" No. This is what she said. She said, "Where are you?" So he's like, "Don't worry about it. What you need." Here she go. "Are you at Dondra's house? Are you at Keisha's house? Oh, you at the girl house in the city?" It's just like, you, bitch, you on FaceTime. If he is at the girl house in the city, and you see him laying, and in the background there's a headboard with diamonds encrusted in it, we probably know he ain't at his homeboy house. You know what I'm saying? But you do shit like that. What you want me to get mad at him? First of all, what you really need to realize is while you running around doing all this religious shit, trying to preach and do all this shit, you really need to know that your son is a sexual deviant out here, half-ass raping bitches. Okay, that's what we need to get by. I don't think he means to rape people, but bitch, if you say no and you keep fucking, that's rape. I mean, I don't know what y'all call it, but that's what I call it. If I'm screaming and it ain't an ecstasy and I'm saying no and you're covering my mouth and you finished, you have officially raped my black ass. And I know I'm not the only one he's did it to. I don't think he means to do it. You know, it would kind of be weird because after he would hold me, it would just be regular. But it was, I'm telling y'all, I think he was raped in jail. I think he was raped in jail. And because he went to Rikers. I mean, that's like the worst prison in the country. Okay. They still trying to get Rikers shut down. And that was even still back then, you know. So he went to Rikers. He was a teenager when he went in there. So I know that he went through some real shit in there. You know what I'm saying? This is just what I feel happened. Of course, I've asked him like, Nick, did you get raped? Did you get fucked in there? Because all this weird anal sex shit you like, I don't like all that. I'm not saying I have no men that didn't like it, but you want, that's all you want. And I know I got some wop. So I don't understand why that's all you would want to do all the time. It's not usually with sex, like if you feel like the other person is getting turned on, that turns you on. You know, their pleasure is your pleasure. Not the more pain you're in, the more pleasure I'm feeling. That's on some of us kind of sick kind of shit. And so I'm just like, it's just so funny how she's out here trying to act like her son is so perfect. Like, why you think your son 40 something years old with no kids? No kids, no nothing. I definitely should have been pregnant by him. I was only 20 something fucking with him. I wasn't on no birth control. But guess what? If you keep busting, whacking off all damn day, you know what I'm saying? You're whacking off all the time. You're not even giving your sperm, hold on, y'all, my camera. You're not even giving your sperm a chance to actually mature. You know what I'm saying? And that was the issue with him. And he wanted kids. He wanted kids with me, and I wanted kids too. More than one I have. But I now it's like I'm so glad I dodged that bullet. Like I couldn't imagine him being the father of my kids and not. Why is my camera doing that, y'all? Do it look real blurry? It's like at this one angle it gets blurry. I just couldn't imagine him being the father of my kids and me not exactly knowing, like, I don't know, man. I just know me not exactly knowing who he is and what he likes, because it would just be shit he'd be saying during sex, and I'd be like, wow. I've never heard anybody say that. You know what I'm saying? That's not normal. So, yeah. Besides that, everything was good with him. And when he hits me up, like I respond sometimes. Sometimes I don't. It's kind of if he just really depend on what he's saying. Um, I'll say, hey, how you doing or whatever. But other than that, it's like it's really no point in us linking up or anything, because if we do, I already know he's just going to. It's just going to come right back to where it is. And the crazy part is, I think it was the very, very last time I seen him. I had to call the police on him. We got into it, and I don't be calling the police on niggas like that. Last time I had called the police on someone was probably 3 years ago when I was in like a real bad abusive relationship, and I was calling the police every other week after I was getting my ass whooped. But yeah, I just remember he had really been getting on my nerves that weekend. That was the same weekend of Mother's Day weekend when he didn't want to go home. And his mother kept trying to get him to go home to I don't have any more water. Girl, you did not just say you don't have no more water. I think it's unlimited supply in the tap, which is what he told her. Go get some tap water. Like, I'm not coming all the way back out there to get you water. You have other kids. Then she got, because like the niece be living with him sometime. I think he has the niece, and then sometime, his brother or whatever got the niece. And so then the niece calling, oh, where are you? Where are you? And it's just like, this why you ain't got no woman. And the sad part about it is when your mom passes, then what? Then what? You know, nobody wants a fucking washed up 40-year-old. I mean, they just don't. You know, that didn't finish high school. You know how many times I try to tell them, I'll help you study for your GED. It's never too late. Come on, let's go. Let's get your GED. When you get your GED, that opens up more doors. But you too busy trying to be an R&B singer. Oohing and on. Working on one song for 3 months. Nigga, please. Somebody needs to give you a dose of reality. You need to go out there and get you a regular motherfucking job. Go out there, get you a regular job. You know what I'm saying? Hold down a job. Let's see if you do that for 6 months to a year. Instead of working here for a little bit, working here for a little bit. Like, get you a foundation. Move out your mom's. Get somebody else take care of it. Move out your mom's. Because you can't, like, let me say, he would have to sneak me in the apartment. Like, literally, like, sneak. Like, I can't remember one time I was over there, right? I was in school. I was writing a paper, right? Long. I think I was, it was this class. I had to do so much work, right? So I'm finishing up all this work. And so his mother wouldn't know him in the house. Remember, she can't walk. So she'd just be in her room listening to that goddamn gospel music at the goddamn loudest fucking decimal on her TV she could listen to it at, praising Jesus. And he had a family member. I don't know if the family member got lost or something. She seemed like Dead Sea. But the family member came over. So I remember the family member, I know bitches, like, and he always think I'm exaggerating. I know females because I'm a female. For whatever reason, this bitch wanted to come in his room. She was just nosy. She was like an older, you know, probably 50s or something, I don't know. But she was just so pressed to want to come in his room. Like, why are you so pressed to see his room? This is his personal bedroom. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, like, no, you don't need to come in here. She just kept saying little comments. So finally, her excuse was it was because his mom had the commode on her toilet. So she just had to come in his room and use the toilet. I don't know why my camera. That's okay, y'all, because I'm gonna get me a Mac Air soon, honey. So she came in. I don't know if that's better. I don't know, y'all. Don't get me started. Should I turn the light on? I don't know. Hold on. So she came in and I'm like, oh, hello. Maybe that's better. Yeah. I'm like, oh, hello. So she's like, oh, hi. So she's like, oh, you know, I'm not gonna say that you're in here. So she had wanted a drink, like just a little wine cooler, a wine cooler or something. So now we're fucking, she's keeping the secret that I'm there, and then he has to keep the secret that he's not getting alcohol for the guests. Like, why is we tiptoeing around this lady? You know what I'm saying? I understand it's about respect, but who wants to live like that at 40 something years old? You know, and then when that weekend when he was getting on my nerves, he didn't want to come home. I go to the hair store. This nigga gonna text me talking about don't leave me and don't lock my door. Cause he was sitting in the car. Don't lock my door. First of all, they're all of my doors. All of them are my doors. And second of all, are you a doll? Are you like going like this at the door handle? Like, do you not know how to unlock the door from the inside? Like, he was just trying to start shit, yo. Telling you. So I had got some crabs. My treat. I don't think he put in anything. I think he bought me some sheets or something that weekend. I needed some new sheets. I don't know, but nothing major. But I'm trying to eat the crabs. So he gonna say, oh, look, there's somebody at your car. I look out the window at the car. This nigga touches my ass. I'm like, did you tell me somebody was at my car so he would touch my ass? You see how over sexualized he was? Nobody is think like, I know men think about sex, but the way he does it, it's just like, I'm telling y'all, we would do it in 20 minutes, and like, if I even got 15 minutes, then we gotta do it again. No, and I started putting my foot down. How you gonna want to fuck me 20 times a day and you still cheating? Nigga, that ain't gonna work. That's not gonna work. I'm not settling for that. No. So that's how that just ended up fizzing the fuck out for real. Cause that, ooh, man, I'm telling you, y'all don't want to fuck around with somebody like that. Yeah, I shouldn't have broke my rule. And the first time I broke my rule, I was in rehab. Um, I was in rehab, and it was this girl. I was 20. I wasn't even 21 yet. I was 20. And I had like went through some shit, and I wasn't going through drug shit. I was actually going through something else. But mom's okay, my sister's father, who passed away, um, at this time when he was alive, he had went to rehab. Right now, he had like a crack problem or something years before we knew him. Like he was clean when we knew him. We never seen him like that. But when he did have the problem, he had went to this rehab. It was like one of those free ones, not one of those expensive ones or nothing like that. And I remember he was saying you should go there and they give you structure, blah 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 blah. Okay, cool. So I went to this one and I got kicked out for writing a boy letter, stupid shit. And I went to the next one, and was it no? Was it yeah? It was the second one. So at the second rehab, there was this girl. We were really good friends, and she was older than me. I remember her mom had died, and I don't know what drug she was addicted to or whatever, meth or something. I don't know. And we was cool. And of course, like if you've been in rehab or known anyone in rehab is like high school. It's like a high school that's a boarding school, but everyone there had drug issues. Okay. And I remember there was this older guy, and I liked him because he was from DC. So, I have roots. I'm in Baltimore now. Obviously, I have Maryland roots. Okay. I've basically spent half my life here and half my life in California, but I was born in California and all that. Like, that's where my home and my heart is. That's where I'll be going back to. So, he was from DC, and I remember he was sick. He had cancer or something. He didn't look like it though, but I do remember he was like a little sick. And he was a good looking older man, dark skin. I'm into all that. I'm into dark skin niggas, not older niggas. But he looked good. And I was only like 20. He was definitely 40s. She was, 30s. And I remember of course, she's my homegirl. So I start telling her shit. So there's this guy. Yeah, there's this little nigga. He was obsessed with me. Obsessed. Like he liked me so much. And this guy was older. And I remember we used to have like a group, like the Good Feelings group in the morning. So it'd be like a circle of chairs, right? And then you would stand in the middle and you could sing a song, you could read a poem, whatever just made you feel good. You could say positive words, but it got the morning off so that everyone was on a feel good vibe. And he would write this song for me. And I remember it was baby girl, she got that danger, and I cannot something her. Living life in danger, hanging out with bangers. But it would be this one part. He would go dong 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 all night long. that was the funniest part, right? He was a piece of work. He was funny, but he had another side to him. And so I just wasn't feeling him like that. I like the older man. So I was telling my homegirl, like, oh, I like him. And I remember she kept telling me, I was telling her, like, I don't know who I should go to. Whatever the guy's name, Kevin. I think that was the other guy that liked me that would write the song. And the older man, I don't remember what his name was at all. But I would be like, should I go to Kevin or so-and-so? And she would always push me towards Kevin, even though Kevin was insane. So she would, no, you should go to Kevin. So I'd be like, nah, I don't want Kevin. I want the other guy. So the other guy, the older guy was leaving. And I don't know if I couldn't leave my dorm or something, but there was a lady there named Chris. And I knew that if I gave her this note, she would give it to dude. That was a common thing. A lot of us had boyfriends on the other side or, whatever. You started dating the niggas at the rehab. So I remember, what did Chris do, yo? My friend intercepted the letter. So I said, what you mean she took the letter? I didn't understand, why would she take the letter? So she I don't know. She said she would give it to him or something, and she never gave it to him. And I'm like, it just didn't make no sense to me. Like, why would she care? So then there was another time, oh God, I may be getting these times mixed up, but this is all going to this. Basically, it was another time I tried to give him a letter. I think he came back, so he left the rehab and came back. It was something crazy. That happened all the time. Niggas left and came back. So I think he had left and then he had came back. When he had came back, I had wrote him a letter. And I had gave it to one of the boys, like, because to put it in his drawer. And the guy, Kevin had seen it or something. And Kevin was so jealous out of his mind about me, he turned in the letter. And we had something, it's called like a group thing. So like, you know how you had the feel good group, everyone, you would have groups where it would just be the males and the females. You usually knew something big was happening in the house because they would combine the male and the female group and talk to all of us at once. So, but that day it was just the females. And I didn't know. I don't think I knew that he turned it in or something like that. And I think they made me, yep, they made me read the letter. You know what's funny is in the first rehab, that's why I got kicked out. For me and this boy were writing back and forth. They warned us, we didn't stop. And I wrote him another letter. They made me read the letter. Thank God it was innocent, but still. So second time reading the letter. Seems like I'm not learning from my mistakes at this point in my life. So I'm reading the letter and the dude, I'm sorry, the lady who like ran the rehab, like she would dress all these like nice little dresses, but like she was acting sedity, like you didn't used to be sucking dick for crack, you know, and I don't really like that. So she had this air about her that she was better than everyone else. Like, okay. And yo, I think my friend turned it. Something happened with that letter. And that's how I ended up getting caught. One of the motherfuckers, either my friend turned it in or the guy turned it in. But one of them fucked around and betrayed me. And at that point, me and her weren't really friends no more because I think that's when I had learned that she and okay, basically what happened was she and the older man was secretly dating. I didn't know. She didn't even tell me. So this whole time I'm like telling her about my crush and it's her nigga. You know what I'm saying? And she's not telling me like I'm dating him, he's off limits. That's all you had to say. Like, what is all this scandal that you trying to get brewing by just to keep letting me like him and keep letting him like me or whatever and not say anything. And I remember there was a trip they went on that day that I wanted to go to. It was a trip they went on, the zoo or something, and me and her had to stay back and the guy was serving us dinner. I don't know, some real crazy shit. I do remember he was serving us dinner. But yeah, but I remember that really hurt me because like me and her was really good friends. And then all of a sudden, bitch, you just like she really turned her back on me, like in that whole little meeting thing, telling me like I need to focus on my recovery. Okay, well I spilled the beans on her. Well, guess what? This bitch quit her job at Subway 3 weeks ago. She been going out to see some niggas. Them flowers and shit she been bringing back. Yeah, that's from a dude. So I outed her too. But let me get off of here. I've been running my motherfucking mouth. Lord knows I like to run my mouth. Let me get out of here. I'm about to upload this new episode of the Nigga Chronicles, y'all. Thanks for listening to me. I'm gonna start doing the live more because honestly, I really like to just sit and talk. It'd be a lot when I have to do, like when I record. You know, I'm the producer, the executive producer, the writer, the creator, and the song. It's a lot, even just doing it from my phone. So I think I'm gonna start just doing the lives and then ending it, and then people could come and click on it and go from there. Plus, I got me a microphone, y'all. I just got me a microphone because I'm about to it's these dudes on my Instagram. They've been asking me for months to be on their podcast, and we were supposed to do it today, but I forgot it. Yeah, so we're gonna postpone that podcast till Thursday. I'm gonna be honest. I don't really know how it's going to work, only because they've only did one podcast. Like if you go on my channel, you can get a vibe of what I'm about. And I have more than one video. But for them, it was my friend, my ex-roommate showing pictures of her sister that passed. And we was all in that house together. It was crazy. Good times, good times. We all got in a fight in that motherfucker. Her roommate fought, her sister fought everyone in that building. Crazy. But yeah, so let me go ahead and get off here, y'all. Thanks for watching, y'all. Be safe. Be safe out there. Wear your mask. Thanks, y'all. Do this.